Right, so over the past year of my calisthenics bodyweight journey, obviously I've made a fair good amount of progress. I made some pretty awesome gains in my main strength goals, right? But over the past couple of months though, obviously some things have kind of slowed down a little, right? Stalled and plateaued because obviously I got golfer's elbow a couple of months back. So obviously during this time, as right now, things have got better and I'm recovering pretty damn nicely. But obviously, during this time where things plateau and things don't go to plan, that's where it's a case of just looking back and be like, okay, what went wrong? Why did this go wrong? What mistakes did I make in the past, and what can I do to correct that long term so I don't actually get setbacks like this and make similar mistakes again, right? So in this video right now, I'm going to share with you 5 mistakes that I made myself, right, over the past year of my calisthenics journey. So ultimately, you can't make these silly mistakes yourself that will ultimately impact your progress like it did for me. The first mistake I made is becoming complacent, right, with advanced bodyweight progressions, because as we know, with advanced bodyweight progressions, a lot of the progression can come from subjective factors of how the exercise actually feels. Do you know what I mean? So if we take an example like a mixed grip chin up or an assisted one arm chin up for the upper body pulling type of exercises, or if you look at something like a lean forward push up, a pseudo planche push up for like the push of your upper body, obviously you realize that with these types of exercises, because it's not as simple as like lifting weights where you've got a quantitative factor, right? You have to also rely on subjective factors, which is actually consisting of being honest with yourself of how you're actually progressing. And so obviously, like with all of us, we've all got an ego, right? We can always, as the human brain typically likes to respond to, the path of least resistance, we like to, actually naturally wire towards things that don't require much effort, so we can just stay the same, because that's what, the human mind just wants to do in most cases, right? So I found that, if I wasn't careful, I'd actually get very complacent, where I would just do my one arm chin ups and like lean forward push ups and that with like the same kind of progression without progressing it, but still just kept on doing the same thing, because I just tell myself, I can't really track it anyway, but I'm pushing myself hard, it feels hard, so like it's all good, right? But then that's what I learned from a coach last year, Coach Phil, right, who taught me the bodyweight multiplier, right, which is basically, it's a way where we use like advanced bodyweight exercises where we basically use certain metrics to actually, see if we've actually made progress or not. So as an example, right, let's say with like a one arm chin up, a system one arm chin up, or mixed grip chin up, whatever, obviously we know that the more we lean over to the working arm, the harder it's going to be, right? And so the stronger you're going to get as a result. So obviously subjectively, right, if you know that over time each workout, you can tell maybe whether it's just how you feel, or even by actually just physically recording yourself. If you see that if you pull up to the working arm with pulling more over to that one side and then lowering down more onto that side while using less assistance from your assisting arm, then that without having to like track something as simple as like weights, you're gonna make progress regardless, right? It's like I know when I first started doing tuck planche push-ups with my coach, right, obviously I wasn't the best at them at start. Like when I would push up, my hips would drop below my shoulders because I didn't have the strength. So over time we just worked on that to the point where we got the hips in line with the shoulders to focus on proper form. Again, it's like, although we haven't like objectively lifted more weight or that, obviously we have still made progress with our body weight because we've lifted a larger portion of our body weight over time, which again is like a subjective form of making progress. You see what I'm saying? So that said, if you are using advanced body weight progressions or any other form of body weight progression that requires subjective measures, right, obviously make sure you have metrics in place that allow you to subjectively accurately see if you're making progress or not, and even like objective measures that I've mentioned as well, so you don't spend ages like I did myself just doing the same thing over and over again and thinking that you're getting results, right? Don't do that, because what gets measured ultimately is what gets managed to actually see the results you want. Right, so the second mistake I'm going to cover is focusing on too many goals at once. Now here's the thing, right? We know that with anything that is important to us in our lives, with our goals and such, we're going to make the time to commit to it, right? And we know that especially with our health and fitness. But at the same time, although we can commit to what's important to us, we've got to understand that, especially with something like working out that is physically very strenuous on our body, right? We've only actually got limited energy and a limited recovery capacity, right? We're not freaking machines, right? We're not machines that can operate 24/7, right? It's why we, sleep for like 7 to 8 hours every night, because we need recovery, right? So again, when I first started working with Phil, my old coach, right, a year ago, it's like I wanted to achieve everything. I was like, yo, Phil, listen up, right? We're gonna do the handstand, we're gonna do planche, we're gonna do front lever, we're gonna do one-arm chin-up, we're gonna do hands and push-ups. We're gonna get like a freaking double body weight back squat. We're gonna do the front splits, we're gonna do the middle splits. I'm basically gonna be like an Olympic gymnast while circus, like athletic, athlete, astronaut, all at the same time, right? Whereas Phil was like, okay, now we could work on those goals, Jake. We could see some progress in those goals, but ultimately, would you rather that, or would you rather just focusing on a select few, amount of goals and actually see far more rapid gains in your most important goals? It's like, I see what you're seeing, mate, and I actually, really dig that last idea because it actually does make perfect sense. So as I said, I went with my main strength goals as the focus. The goal was strength, right? It was my main focus. And obviously, like I said, like other goals like handstands, yeah, we didn't work on them. And obviously over the past year, obviously I can't really handstand that much because obviously like I haven't done it in over a year. But because I've saved my energy and recovery capacity for literally just getting stronger, I'm seeing like I'm excelling and was excelling in those strength goals relative to if I was to like spread my energy thin by like doing handstands and other goals at the same time. Yeah, it's like I can make the time to do it, but at the same time, if I know I'm going to make more progress in my main goals by focusing purely on them rather than other fancy stuff, it's like, why would I try and do more work if I know it's going to lead to inferior progress? You know what I'm saying? So for you, watch this video, right? I highly suggest you focus on just one goal at a time, a very select few number of goals. And honestly, because like, here's the thing, do you know what's really fun? Progress, right? But do you know what's more fun? Rapid progress, right? And the only way you're going to make rapid progress is by, narrowing down your focus to actually focus on the goals you want to achieve most. Because any other goals, like, for me, whether it's like handstand or a muscle up later on, it's like, yeah, I can achieve them later on, but they're just not my focus now. In order to accomplish what you want now, you've got to sacrifice other things that aren't so relevant now. You see what I'm saying? Now, the third mistake is thinking that more work equals more results. Again, like I said, we can make the time to work out more. We can make the time to work out 7 days a week. But here's the thing, right? We're not machines. As I said, we've only got limited energy and a limited recovery capacity. So it's like, even though you could do more work out more, do more exercises, work out longer, right? But it's like, if you're doing more than you can actually recover from, it's like you're actually going to see inferior progress despite doing more. So like I said, working with my old coach Phil, right? We mainly literally just worked out 3 days a week, and the strength workout as the main focus was strength, doing like high intensity accommodating resistance exercises and rest pause training. It was freaking intense. It was literally like self-torture. It was so damn intense, right? I needed at least one rest day in between my my workouts, if I wanted to see progress, right? If we did try and add in another workout or anything else in between, ultimately my recovery is just going to be impacted, so I was actually going to see less progress, right? Again, later on, it's like we experimented with trying to like do some handstands, and again, I like saw some progress in my handstands for a couple of weeks, but then I realized that I actually had less energy to actually adhere to like my main, workout as a whole, because I was already like pre-fatigued from the handstand work. So overall, yeah, I was doing more work, but I was seeing less progress in the goals I actually wanted to achieve. Remember, it's not about how many days in the week you work out or how long you work out, right? It's how you use the time, right, that you use in the week to work out and ultimately recover from in order to actually see the most effective progress, right? Smart work always beats hard work. Yeah, you need to work hard, but you need to actually work smart in the right areas to see the results you want. Now, the fourth mistake I made, right, over the past year with my calisthenics journey is under eating on protein. Now, for me, this was not something like by accident, because last year, if you see my like past videos, like I had a mad acne breakout. I always struggled with acne when I was a teenager, but yeah, it just happened all of a sudden. I was like, what the heck is going on? So I did some research to see like what I could be eating and what I shouldn't be eating. And obviously with one thing I read was like how some people ate lower protein and saw their skin clear up, right? So obviously I tried that myself. I started eating less protein to clear up my skin, but I didn't really see much improvements. But not only that, but also my overall progress, in my workouts and that was actually impacted. Literally under eating on protein, my daily energy was so low. I found it hard to get to sleep. I was always so achy and sore because it was harder to recover from my workouts because I wasn't eating enough protein. And overall, like I said, I just felt under-recovered as a whole, right? Fortunately though, when I actually, increased my protein to what I was usually having before, as some people have actually said to me how just having a moderate amount of protein can actually help with, clearing up your skin. Obviously, like I said, my skin improved and my gains went back up as well, right? Because like I said, when you actually think about it, it's like protein is the building blocks of muscle, right? It's the building blocks of our muscle tissues, right? So it's like, if we want to build muscle, get stronger, lose fat, we all need protein to grow and see results. Like, you don't want to be one of those people who elude themselves into thinking like, ooh, it's like, I don't want to eat that protein. I don't need that protein for what I want. Don't be surprised if you end up not really seeing the results you want after several weeks or several months because you weren't actually applying the principles, right? Truth is always simple, my friend, right? Truth is always simple. We need protein to grow. So like I said, as I've said about 6,198 times on this YouTube channel, my good rule of thumb with protein is simply 0.8 to 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight to really, see effective progress, right? Whether it's building muscle, getting stronger, losing fat, all that good stuff, to see the progress you want in your workouts and also be able to recover from it as well. And also just all around feel good in your day-to-day life, right? And if you are, let's say, over like 20 to 25% body fat, then I'd actually recommend 0.8 to 1 gram of protein per pound of lean body mass, right? Because obviously you wouldn't need as much protein compared to if you were to, let's say, be 10 to 15% body fat. But hey, right, you can still get to that level, my friend. I believe in you. Now, the fifth and final mistake I made, right? Obviously, I've made more mistakes over the last year, but the main one, right, covering this video, is skipping cardio. Now, for me, I mainly skipped cardio, sometimes over the past year for two main reasons. One is because I felt at times that it could impact my recovery for like my strength workouts, because when I was doing my high intense strength workouts, I wanted to be as fresh as possible to make as much progress as possible. And also two, the fact that, at times I was just kind of lazy, right? I thought to myself, like, dude, like, come on, I work out already. It's like, I run my own business, I serve clients, I've got content to make. It's like, I've got too much to do, right? I'm so busy, I ain't got time for cardio, right? I ain't got time for this, I ain't got time for it. But when I actually experimented with like doing some cardio and also having times where I didn't do cardio, right? Like I said, when I actually did cardio, like 2 to 3 times a week of like low impact, low intensity, like conditioning work, right? Like cycling and jumping rope as like my main favorite ones, right? Obviously I found that, wow, I was like, damn. I actually found that my previous excuse of not actually having enough time was actually like, just like my own ego, right? Just tricking me, because I actually found that from what I gained from that, very little time commitment, I actually gained way more time in my week as a whole. Like I said, my daily energy and mood was so much higher because of like the endorphins, right? Of, physical exercise. Mentally, I just had so much more mental clarity, so I could focus more at work and other things, right? My stress went down. My sleep pretty much like doubled, right? Doubled. I got to sleep like half an hour like earlier than I usually do, because it was so much easier to get to sleep. My sleep quality was better, so again, that impacted my mood and that. And overall, it improved my recovery, right, as well. So again, I actually saw more progress in my workouts as well. So again, I just felt all around better about myself and actually ended up having more time in my week that I actually wanted, and spend time on other things that were, also important to me. Like, obviously my business, growing my business, serving my clients, serving them better. Other things like, whether it's, reading books, taking, some time for myself, spending time with family, investing back into myself and my business, basically just actually having a life, right? So just think the next time you tell yourself that you don't have time to do any cardio because you're so damn busy, or the most busiest person in the world, right? Like I said, one person that I've read some of his books, I do follow him, obviously Tim Ferriss. Like, one thing he has, he says a lot is obviously a lack of time is ultimately a lack of priorities, and what gets scheduled gets done, right? So not just with cardio, like with working out, physical exercise in general, and also just eating healthy, right? It's a very small time commitment relative to your overall day and week, but the payoff, right, and the benefits and gains you get from it is absolutely massive, right? Not just for you, right, but also like carrying that over to all areas of your life, right? Again, that's a very prime example of like an 80-20 rule. Like I said, if you follow Tim Ferriss and you're a fan of 80-20 rule, like me and you, my friend, we're gonna get on very, very well. So that said, if you enjoyed this video and you would also like some more support with building muscle and losing fat and getting stronger at home with body weight and calisthenics-based workouts, I do have a beginner and intermediate free program for you, which is linked in the description below. And yeah, like I said, I mean, if you have enjoyed this video, you like my content, you enjoyed watching every single minute and every single second of this video, make sure to give this video a thumbs up and comment down below. What I'd love to know is what videos you want to see in the near future. Again, like I said, my golfer's elbow recovery is going very well, but I do need to extend the recovery time just to make sure that, I don't, downhill my progress, right? So again, any, ideas you have that don't involve, a lot of strain on my elbows, obviously let me know, and I'll make sure to make it for you in the near future. So like I said, subscribe to the channel if you hadn't already, share this with a friend or friends you believe, benefit from this video. And yeah, I believe that's enough for me today. I've enjoyed the rest of your day, my friend, as a crew member of the Calisthenics Express. Keep moving forward.